especially when you attack the body and put other people, all up in there. It's kind of hard not to address it because you don't know how hard that damage is hidden when you. And for us to be called promote, what's the word? Help me, D-Way.
Promoting hate and
Uh,
who else was said in that?
oh, he said it plain and clear. We was pretty much promoting a death, um,
A death sentence.
not a death sentence. What
Death
was it?
curse?
Death curse. Thank you, brother. All of us are promoting, including you, Amos James. We promote. So he's talking about y'all too.
Everybody that's been called the same thing we call because we all in this together. Those whose name also being slandered and attacked. So everybody's name that been called out once again, especially to those who don't understand why their name is being thrown in. He should have never put all them people in there nowhere they had nothing to do with what
Because the people that's been harmed deserve to know the truth. Harriet, it's my sister. It's so many people hurt behind this. That didn't even have nothing to do with this. They've been put on the screen for no reason because of me and Steve. So you got, but Harriet, that's why I'm saying this because this done went around to too many people and too many emails, too much lack of understanding on why this all happened. Anybody, like he said, anybody that's following JT, he done put too many people against him.
Bless you all, shalom this morning, headed to work. Something occurred to me in Jarreau24, better known as JT's. This is specifically for you. If you haven't noticed, cutting to the meat of the matter and the exactness of what's being done is getting very, very, even more precise. All praise is due to the Father, because he's at the behest of all that. It's getting very short but precise, and the response, or the results, are all about the response that's being shown with how everyone is reacting to it. The intended recipients, you all. The Lord wants me to remind you of this, because all it is just video of you saying this, video of you doing something else, like in the unrighteous prayers. Video of you saying this, video of you doing something else. And again, I must call your attention to the Most High being at the core, the epicenter of that. He's responsible for that. He showed me how to do that. Let me remind you of something he says. You will be judged for every idle word. The word of God says the books will be opened, and you will be judged out of those books for your works that you did on the earth. What the Father has me doing is on a very, very small, minuscule scale of him being able to see what your works are. Because here's the thing, let's compare scales of what I'm doing versus what the Father does and what he's going to do. This is a warning for you. He wants me to remind you of this and warn you of this. If he has me doing this right behind what you say, think of all the things that he's recorded that aren't done on camera. He gets everything on and off camera, and you will be judged for every idle word. Every idle word. That's terrifying. Remember, in this whole ordeal, I've said it many a times, that it's made me self-examine more than any other time in my walk, because I see and understand so much more now with this. This has been a learning experience for me, man. I'm right there with you, because it's been cutting me too. It doesn't say that it's sharper than any two-edged sword for nothing. I'll say this, and I'm only bringing these up as examples because I've seen a change in you lately. In the last, I would say, since the JT and the Familiars videos, I've seen a change, and it's been quite disturbing. I haven't really known how to address it yet, but he's allowing me to address it in this fashion. You've used those videos. Well, I'll say the first thing that I noticed when the first one came out is that your videos after that, especially the ones of you in the car and then the lives, you were that much lighter on your feet. And do you know why? And it kind of bothered me. It was because the spotlight had broadened. It wasn't totally on you anymore. It was shedding light on the spirits in the other people as well. And you were like, ooh, it was like a sigh of relief. The pressure had broadened, so it wasn't totally on you anymore, so you could share it with other people. But I tell you, you won't be, oh my goodness, you will not be judged in a group, sir. The spotlight will be on you solely when you stand in front of the Father and are judged. It won't be you and such and such and such and such that were on screen together, or you were the such and such and such and such off screen together. It's going to be you. It's going to be me. Alone in front of the Father. That book is the book that I'm judged out of, it's not gonna be co-authored. I'm gonna be the sole one. I'm the sole character. I won't have any, oh goodness gracious, I won't have any other star characters with me. I will be the sole one judged out of that book, man. Check it out. When I saw that, I said, Father, I was like, man, this dude is taking delight that things are being said about others. And that bothered me. Because in a sense, we're always supposed to be defending the faith. But here's the thing, if I'm lying on other people, supposedly, theoretically, if I'm lying on other people and I'm slandering them and etc., wouldn't there be a type of umbrage you would take with that, a sense of urgency to say, hey, no, you can talk about me, but I'm not going to allow you to talk about them, you know? Where does that come in at? But I saw lightness, and I saw you felt there was less pressure, and you were more light on your feet. I'll say this, for you to, and I'm addressing this now, and then I'm going to go, for you to pretty much use that as a broad generalization of inclusivity, meaning, hey, he's attacking us all. See, he's got us all on camera. I was specific in every one I referenced in those videos. Watch this man here. Watch him there. Whoever else was on screen, if they weren't addressed, if I was not addressing them specifically, they just happened to be in the general vicinity. But for the sake of keeping up with what the Word of God says, the Word of God says, anybody who comes to you and receives not this doctrine, who says anything other than we have been taught, if you wish them Godspeed, if you beckon them, welcome them into your house, you will take part in their evil deeds. All right? That's what the word of God says. You will take part. You take part in their evil deeds. That's the Father's resolve, not mine. But I certainly respect it. I'm of the same inclination. Absolutely. Guilty by association from that standpoint. We serve a God of recompense. He records everything. Y'all talk about me having the watchful eye and all that. Man, he's got 2 of them. He sees everything. Every little thing. False moments are not as secretive as you think they are, man. Because it comes back. A God of recompense we serve. It comes back. I mean, including all those, he's attacking all of you. Even after the first one came out, yeah, even after the first JT and the Familiars came out, I saw you on a Friday Night Live with Amos on there saying he was talking about you too. Interesting. Amos James' name has never come up in any of the videos. Go back and check. I've not had to reference him one time. One time. One time. He hasn't come up. Ask yourself why. If it really is about me having an agenda and being malicious and sneaky and etc. And I'm attacking all of you, right? But he wants to make it seem like, he's attacking, attack on one of us is an attack on all of us. Well, I mean, I haven't really specified all of you. But sure, the word tells you. This is what the word says. Don't take my word for it. Take the word for it. You take part in their evil deeds for you guys who sit around and allow this and listen to it. Oh, again, we serve a God of recompense. You all will be judged accordingly. I have no hell or heaven to throw y'all in. I'm just going off what the word says. That's it. It's that simple. It's that simple. Every idle word, Jarreau, JT, because I said, dang, I didn't even say anything about Amos James in the video, but you want to lump everybody in with your transgressions, with your iniquity, so that it kind of, it's lobbying for support in a very low down, dirty way, man, and that just speaks to your character more than anything than the spirit that you have. That speaks more to your character. That's low down, man. I certainly ain't gonna drag other people into it that ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? No. If it were me, if I were you, I most certainly wouldn't be putting people under the false pretense of, oh, he's attacking you too. Oh, no. That's very low down, man. You should be ashamed of yourself for that. Put aside the whole spiritual application of it. That's a characteristic that, even as a man, you should be ashamed of. Because I'm specific, precise in what he has me doing. I haven't said anything about anyone other than whom. I have no problem with being detail-oriented. And you really need to stop talking about how the video stuff went down last year with the Bible Ain't Silent on Nothing, because I heard you also say recently in a live that you told me not to make the video last year. There was no video that was to be made then. There wasn't even a we never even talked about a video. And you blatantly lying. Blatantly lying. But woe to those who call good for evil and evil good. If I tell the truth, it's considered slander. And slander in itself is saying false things that are not true. In a court of law, you can be sued for that. But in the court of the Most High, he does not like slander. He does not like false accusations. I'm very careful, man. I have to be. But you ain't. You ain't careful at all, because you just let stuff go like it just goes off into the air. That's recorded by him. Oh my goodness. That's recorded by him. He wants me to remind you, Jarreau. Jarreau, he wants me to remind you. You will be judged for every idle word. Every idle word. I'm telling you. There's, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. There's been videos there's been things that I've recorded. He was like, no, don't drop that. No, that's not of me. No, I'm not telling you to say that. Okay. Plenty of times. Not perfect. Oh my goodness. But what goes out sure is careful from the standpoint of representing him and doing what he tells me to do. Not perfect. But goodness gracious. I'm surely not going to be, oh man. Surely not going to be lying on people, man. Not going to be doing that. Golly. I pray this reaches you, man. That being said, back to regularly scheduled programming. Part 3 of Spirits in the Work with Stevie will be dropping. And to God be the glory. God bless all of you. Shalom.